welcome to another episode of Braxus Photography Fun. Well, since we're on a short series of hobbies of mine, we went into photography, we went into space stuff, and today we're going to be focusing on another love of mine, which is cars. And I basically had interest in cars right when I was quite young. My brothers would buy these old beater cars and fix them up, and I'd be sitting outside watching them do their little modifications, repairs, and ways of basically building up these cars into something really spectacular. And it sort of piqued my interest in cars from that point on. And we always were a car family. We liked our automobiles. We had our favorites, of course. And I basically got turned on to Mustangs when my middle brother Chad bought a 1979 Mercury Capri. And it was a 5-liter, of course, and he fixed it up. It was basically done up mostly when he already bought it, but he did a few changes to it. He had the car repainted. And of course, it went like stink when he had it at the time. It was a done up 302 and 4-barrel, that kind of thing. And I remember him giving me a ride in it and really kind of hooked me on that car ever since. And of course, when I was in my late teens, I decided I wanted to get my own Mustang, of course, and I started searching out in my early 20s an early Fox body Mustang that I could afford. And what I ended up finding was a 1979 Mustang 5-liter hatchback. It was a medium chestnut color, quite a brown copper color, of course, a very unusual color for a Mustang, but it was the popular in color in the 70s. And it had a C4 automatic in it, a 3-speed automatic, and it had freeway gears in it too, so obviously it was built for the highway use. It wasn't really made for going offline, of course, right at the start. And it wasn't the fastest Mustang that I've ever been in, of course, but it was my first real car. My first actual real car was a VW Bug. But I didn't keep it for very long until I basically bought the Mustang right after. And I had that Mustang for a few years and sold it, probably in 93, 94. I think it was 1993 I sold it, so I didn't keep it for more than 3 or 4 years. And I did some modifications to that Mustang too. I actually put a 351 Windsor in it. It was the first time I did that motor swap in a Mustang, and I kind of carried that forward into the future Mustangs as well. It kind of became my little trademark to do a 351 Windsor and a Fox body. And my Mustang was known around town as the 5.8 liter, and the guy that I sold it to basically bought it. He drove it around town like crazy. He ended up getting in police chases with it. There were some bullet holes put in the side of the car, and as far as I last heard, they drove it off the freeway at high speed into a ditch or something like that. I don't know whatever came of that car. I'd love to know if it's still actually in existence, but unfortunately, that was one of the ones I had to let go, of course. I mean, I remember taking it, driving around a lot with my friends at the time. We always used to I'd be the driver, of course, and we'd go around to parties and that kind of thing. And a lot of good memories in the 1979 Mustang. And if I could only go back in time again and drive it for one more time, that'd be something I'd love to do, but yeah, I don't see that ever happening. In the late 90s, around 96, I got myself a 1981 Mustang. It was white this time, same hatchback, same with the sunroof. or the moonroof I should say, and it was a straight six, and I drove it with the straight six for a while, but I didn't basically keep it for that too many years. I had to put a 351 Windsor back into it again, and that was the second time I did that motor swap on a Mustang. And I had to do quite a few more modifications because it was built for the straight six, and the K-member, the suspension, the brakes, everything had to be swapped over, even the rear end, because it had the 7.5 inch rear end in it, and I had to put an 8.8 into it. And I tried to gear it towards getting that 351 Windsor into it. Now, again, I didn't keep it with that engine in it for too long before I sold the car. I only seem to do the 351 Windsor swaps for a couple years before I sell the car, which is unfortunate, but that's just the nature of the beast. The car was starting to have issues at the time, and I had to get rid of it because it was becoming basically a money pit. I swapped way too many parts on it to make it reliable, and fortunately I didn't quite do it the right way that particular time either with the motor, so that was kind of a little bit of a trade-off with that one. I do miss that car, of course. I do have plans in the future to get another Fox body Mustang. I'm looking at an 82 GT at this time. But I'm not ready to purchase just yet. And again, I'm going to do a 351 Windsor swap into it, but I am planning to have it basically done right this time, where I get a Dart 2 engine block that's designed for stroker motors. I'm going to stroke the engine up to 427, and I'm going to put the right parts on it this time. I'm going to make it a cleaver motor, basically with Cleveland heads on it. It's going to have a 4-barrel intake on it, single plane intake. I'm planning on putting full-length headers on the car itself, 3-inch exhaust all the way to the end. I'm going to have a TKX T5 type of transmission into it, so it'll be going back to standard again. And yeah, I've got lots of plans for this up-and-coming Mustang, but you know, that's a future purchase, and that all depends on money as well, of course, but I'm sort of working towards it. So showing my love of cars, I of course take pictures of them over time, and in this video we're going to be seeing a lot of the pictures of my Mustangs that I had, some photo shoots that I did of some co-workers and that kind of thing. So let's take a look at that all just now.
I'm a traditional guy. No race rocket for me. I prefer a big V8 under my hood.
you enjoyed all those car pictures and basically showing my love of automobiles, Mustangs especially. And yeah, so I'm always open to doing car pictures for people, as long as it's hopefully a vehicle that's interesting to look at. You saw some videos of some racing that we had in the area here of a few cars, and one of the cars was one of my coworkers, of course. He had the blue Toyota Supra in the videos, and he also was the one that had the MR2 that you saw the last picture shoot that I did. So there was that. I'm not sure if I'll be doing any more car shoots in the future, but I do plan on documenting and photographing my next Fox body Mustang if and whenever I do get it. I'm really looking forward to doing that one right this time. The motor's probably going to have between 6 and 650 horsepower. Almost way too much for a Fox body to actually have it safely driven on the road, but I've sort of learned how to drive these faster vehicles over time, so I'm not quite as much of a menace on the road as I used to be. And of course, it's all with restraint. Of course, trying to drive with some restraint, except for those moments when you think it's safe to let her open up and rip. So there's that. All these Mustangs are made to run. They're made to run fast, and they're made to run for fun. And they're kind of like the poor man's sports car, if you could call it that. I mean, I am a Ford guy myself. I do like Mustangs a lot, and I almost considered buying myself like a 2021 or 2024 Mustang GT, but then I decided to go back to the Fox body because honestly the Fox body is the Mustang that I really know, and it's easier to work on, easier to find performance parts for, and of course they're easier to fix up as well. I mean, I can work on that car. I did work on those cars in the past, so there is that. So anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like. Maybe leave me a comment in the comments section below if you have something to comment and say. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Well, thank you for watching, and aye and goodbye. Eh?